Hello guys, it's time again for my Pokémon fan fiction. Now I will admit that my Pokémon fan fiction is my least popular series on YouTube. Not a single video from that series has over 1,000 views. The video with most views is Fear of Madness, which has slightly more than 700. For those of you who don't know what Blaze's Pokémon fanfiction is, well, even though I call it fanfiction, it really is a true story. It's about what happens to me in the Pokémon world. It's a series where I tell you guys what I do in the Pokémon world and yeah. There's a lot to do in the Pokémon world. A lot. And a lot has happened to me. Unfortunately, most of the times I didn't feel like making a Pokémon fanfiction video. I didn't feel like sharing my adventures. But a lot has happened to me in the Pokémon world. I've mainly been battling villains like demons, Team Rocket, grunts and stuff like that. Okay, I have said enough. You all know that I'm from the Pokémon world and you all know that a lot of things happen to me there because I'm telling you. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about what happened to me on June 2nd, June 3rd and June 4th, 2010. So let's just get started. I went to Martin the Wizard and told him that I wanted to visit the Smurfs universe, and Martin asked me why, and I told him that I wanted to kill Gargamel. And then Martin said, "Are you out of your fucking mind? Killing Gargamel could have a bad effect on the show." And I told Martin that I don't care and I want to go there anyway. So he gave me a ring that teleports me to the Smurfs universe. All I had to do was to rub the ring. And in order to return to Emerald City in the Pokémon world, I had to rub the ring again. So I rubbed the ring and I was very near the Smurfs. I was in the Smurf village, but still near the Smurfs. They were picking up red berries. And yes, I called them red berries. I'm not calling them Smurf berries because I'm not a fucking Smurf. Anyway, I went to Gargamel's place. I sent out my Blaziken and Gargamel said, "What the hell is that thing? Get away from me!" And Gargamel was very angry and I threatened him. I said, "Stop attacking the Smurfs or else I'm going to kill you." And Gargamel said, "What are you going to do?" And I told him that Blaziken is a fire breather and very dangerous. And after Blaziken started to breathe a little bit of fire, Gargamel was scared. And you know what? I killed Gargamel. But I didn't use my Blaziken to kill him. I only used my Blaze to scare Gargamel. I shot him with my pistol. And then I went to look for the Smurf village. I found Vanity Smurf near a lake. He was looking into his mirror as usual. I asked him if he could show me to the Smurf village so I can talk to Papa Smurf. and Vanity asked, "Who are you?" And then I told him that I really need to see Papa Smurf. So, yeah, Vanity Smurf did lead me to the Smurfs village. And I told Papa Smurf that I killed Gargamel with my pistol. You know what Papa Smurf said? He said, "Murder is not the answer. We Smurfs would never do such a horrible thing." And Grousey Smurf said, "I hate murder." And then I told Papa Smurf, "But Papa Smurf, I did you a big favor. I killed Gargamel. He is dead. You should be happy." And then Brainy Smurf said, "Papa Smurf is right, you know, murder is never the answer, because like Papa Smurf always says." And then I yelled at Brainy, "Shut the fuck up!" And you know what Grousey Smurf said? He said, "I hate shut the fuck up." And then Papa Smurf said, "Look, I know you were trying to help. I know you were trying to help us to get rid of Gargamel, but murder is not the answer." And then Jokey Smurf went out of nowhere and said, "Hey human, I got a surprise!" Do you know what? I did not open a present. You know what I told Joker Smurf? I told him, "You can't fool me, I know what's in there. It's a bomb and I'm not opening it. Who the fuck are you trying to fool?" Anyway, Papa Smurf, what is it what you were saying? And then Papa Smurf said, "Please, do me a favor and leave the village. Leave it. I don't support murder and I am against guns. No Smurf has a gun at their home. We don't believe in violence. So please, leave the village and don't come back." And then I said, "But I did you a favor." Papa Smurf then said, "I know you were trying to help. Like I said, I am thankful for that. But murder is not the answer. Please leave the village." And then I did. I left the village. And for the rest of the day, I lied down near a lake. And I slept in the lake for the rest of the day. That's right. And nothing interrupted me. I slept for hours near the lake near Smurf village. And that's what I spent the rest of the day doing. I should have listened to Martin. He was right. He warned me that killing Gargamel could have a bad effect on the show. And it did. It really did. The upcoming 2011 Smurfs movie is not in production in the reality I saw. And the Smurfs don't even exist on DVD. And another thing, the show isn't nearly as popular as it is in this reality. In the reality I saw, the Smurfs got cancelled in middle of the second season. That's right. And I managed to watch some of the Smurfs episodes on the internet. And there was no wonder it was cancelled in the middle of the second season, because the Smurfs suck, absolutely fucking suck in this reality. I am not saying that the show itself sucks, but it does in the reality I saw. Well, why does it suck? Well, when I went to the Smurfs universe, I went to a time before the events of the Smurfs show. That's right, before the events of the Smurfs show. That means there is no Smurfette. And since I killed Gargamel, the show just isn't as entertaining without Gargamel. So I did a big mistake by killing Gargamel. Big fucking mistake. I ruined the Smurfs show by killing Gargamel. Is there a way to fix it? Well, on this day, I didn't even think about fixing it. I used the ring to get back to Emerald City, and I just forgot all about what I did. But does that mean that the Smurfs are totally ruined and there is nothing I can do? Well, I didn't think about what to do during the entire day. But I did notice some terrible things happening to the Smurfs show, and I didn't do a damn thing about it. That's right, I didn't do a damn thing about it. On this day, I finally fixed the mess, so I went to Martin again and told him that I wanted to go back to the Smurfs universe. But he had no idea what I was talking about. I could have used my celebi to go back to June 2nd and go to the Smurfs universe from Martin there, but that wouldn't help anything because I would still be part of the reality where the Smurfs are no more. So I searched for the ring that I used to go to the Smurfs universe. Martin said that he has no idea what that ring does, so be careful with it. And I used it anyway. And I found the Smurf village and talked to Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf said, "What are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to leave?" And then I said, "You know what, Papa Smurf, you're right. Murder is not the answer. And I'm truly sorry about that, Papa Smurf. Nobody deserves to die like that." So, you know what I did? I went back to Gargamel's place and held his hand and sent him back to Emerald City in the Pokémon world. I talked to Kevin and told him that I wanted to get Gargamel recovered, and I also told him that Gargamel is a villain. And then Kevin asked, "Then why the fuck do you want him to get back to life? Doesn't it serve him right since he is a villain?" And I told Kevin that it's too complicated for him to understand. And since Kevin is a good friend of mine, he did send Gargamel back to the hospital. And it was going to take some hours for Gargamel to be back to normal. And when I went back to my apartment, Papa Smurf was waiting there, and he had a pot of something red in it. And Papa Smurf said that it's a good thing I wanted to get Gargamel back to life. And he told me that I should give him this when Gargamel has fully recovered from the hospital. You know what was in the pot? Well, I asked Papa Smurf what was in the pot, and he told me that after he drinks this, he will go back to the Smurfs universe, back to his home, and will forget about everything that happened. He will forget that I was ever there. He will totally forget about how I killed him. He will forget about the blessing and stuff like that. And while I was waiting for Gargamel to recover from the hospital, I ordered a taxi. And I asked the taxi driver to drive me to someone who would wanna challenge me in a Pokémon battle. You know what the taxi driver did? He drove me all the way across town. That's right. I was at the other side of Emerald City, many miles away. Raichu went out of the Ultra Ball and told me not to open the door. Raichu told me that there was a very evil wizard in there and he could be very dangerous. And of course I listened to my Raichu and did not go there. But the place where they were sent to, the street, was horrible. It really was. There was trash everywhere, a lot of hippies, and the shop owners didn't show any respect. In fact, they were very rude. I just knew I didn't want to be on this part of the town, so I ordered a taxi and went back to my part of the town, near the hospital. And you know what I did? I just waited until Gargamel was fully recovered. And when he was, I gave him that pot and let Gargamel drink whatever was in the pot. And you know what happened? Everything went back to normal then. The Smurfs were saved. The show was the same as it has always been. So, yeah. That's all I gotta say, people. I hope you've been enjoying this video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.